Critical hit Punch All Nazis takes place in the early days of World War II and combines high adventure with cosmic horror. All dates, locations, and historical events are thrown out the window in order to create a fun story, so don't put too much thought into historical inaccuracies. All accents are done poorly, but with love, and no disrespect is intended. Last time
on Critical Hit.
Critical Hit.
It is the next morning. The sun is shining through the window of your hotel. It's winter in Arkham, and snow lays about the grounds of the city.
All right. Well, shall we wake the other guys and get to the library?
Yeah, let's do that. Does the hotel have any sort of continental breakfast or anything like that?
I mean, it does have a restaurant area that you can grab small things.
Yeah,
coffee, some toast, a couple of eggs.
Dutch will do that. He definitely tries not to face the unknowable horrors of the cosmos on an empty stomach.
And you shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
Look what it did for me.
You head out the door, you jump into the car, and Blisco drives you down to Miskatonic University and parks out in front of the administration building and not in front of the Orne Library. Almost like he's got other things on his mind.
Let's go.
Huh. Oh.
Did you need something from here?
No.
You can still smell the perfume of Helen on your jacket.
Slightly preoccupied.
Okay.
Good thing is it's Orne Library is right next to the administration building, so it's not like you have to make a trek across campus.
No, that's all right. We can walk from here.
You make your way through the library and up to the 5th floor, and you enter Dr. Armitage's office, and in the waiting room, you see a secretary, and you see one Sally Armitage. I thought we agreed you weren't coming, he says to Doc.
I believe you agreed I wasn't coming.
Well, you're not getting in to see my father. That's for sure.
I will stay here.
She just gives you a stern look. Fine. And then she turns to Carlos. So, I did some research on what you guys said yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to find a few references to this group called the Luminaries.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's a children's book about the Luminaries?
I didn't.
And she pulls out a children's book. It's called The Luminaries, and it's written by Mr. Riddle. Yeah, this is a children's book that talks about this secret society that stopped a demon from coming into our world and then took the keys that opened the gate to various locations around the world and hid them.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I feel like I'm being made a joke of here, and my father is being made a joke.
Oh, because you found out about it through the children's book.
Yes.
Do you have a copy of it on you?
Yeah, she pulls it out.
She did, right?
Yeah, she pulls it out, and it's definitely the Luminaries and the Key of Solomon by Herr Riddle. Okay. And you open it up, and inside is, a picture book. It's a very Northern European kind of artwork, kind of scary, especially 1930s artwork is kind of scary. And it tells this story about these luminaries who were trying to stop the evil prince from allowing a great demon into the world. And they gathered together the necessary elements. And it talks about a spell that they cast and opened a gateway to another world where they were able to stop the demon and hide the key of Solomon forever. And in order to keep anyone else from getting these, they took the keys and they scattered them around the world. And there's even a little rhyme that goes along with this, because it's kind of a rhyming children's book. Dutch, what does that rhyme say?
Is it the rhyme that we have?
It is the rhyme that you have.
Okay. Oh, should I say it?
Yes.
In the land of the ancients, where the stars align, 8 artifacts of power shall the portal bind. 1 to speak with spirits is found in the crypt. 1 to shield from harm. 1 hidden in the ship. 1 to reveal secrets, and 1 to unlock charm. 1 to control elements. 1 in plain sight. The last will be the hardest to be obtained from open fight. Together they hold the key to unlock the gate to Carcosa's twisted fate.
Do you read that out loud for everybody to hear?
Dutch will sort of read it out loud. He'll be like, okay, unlock charm. Yep, that's the same one.
Yeah, so the rest of you all recognize this.
Yeah. Is this?
I mean, the
illustrated?
rhyme, yes, it is illustrated.
Okay.
But it's like scary, like shape type stuff.
Okay.
And it's all vague.
It's
Right?
written
not
by
like
Herr Riddle?
Yes. By Mr. Riddle.
Yep. Well,
Does that ring a name to any ring a
yes.
bell to anybody?
Yeah, we
this
watched him die.
was so Dutch will close the book and hand it to her and be like, this was written by one of the luminaries, a man that was gunned down by Nazis 6 months ago. How long have we been doing this?
This is December. You started in October.
Okay. A couple months ago then.
Yeah. I still find this very hard to believe, but I do know the Nazis are doing something. We don't get a lot of information here.
Yeah.
But this still seems very weird to me.
Yeah. So imagine that we are completely on a wild goose chase. The problem is that the Nazis are also on that chase, and they are not going to stop to talk to people like we are.
Who put you in charge of this quest?
I mean, you mean who put us on this quest?
Yes. Who's the one in charge?
That might be confidential.
I really don't think I'm going to let you see my father until at least I can confirm that you are who you say you are.
Okay. What sort of confirmation would you need? Like something on letterhead or?
No, a phone number, a name that I can call.
Okay.
What if we made it? Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
I mean, you're in that room. You're not in.
Okay.
You're not in with Dr. Armitage yet. You're in the ante room with the waiting room with Sally and the secretary.
What if we made that call for you?
Well, that's what I was thinking. We'll just get the brigadier to call in.
The who?
The brigadier. You know, we all have nicknames. That guy's the brigadier. I'm the lance corporal. Valentino is the Valentino.
She kind of takes a deep breath in and kind of rolls her head and looks at the secretary, and the secretary is just staring back at Sally, and the secretary just puts her glasses on and turns her head down and starts typing like, I don't want to be any part of this nonsense.
That is the correct response to us, I feel.
Let me make a phone call, and Dutch will actually leave and go find a payphone.
Sure. There's a payphone downstairs at the entrance of the library.
Okay.
In kind of like the lobby area, the waiting, like you would come in and hang up your wet coat and boots kind of area.
Okay.
The anteroom.
I'll call the secret number.
Number, please.
I don't have the number here, but I do know Franklin wanted a turkey.
Oh, it's you, Dutch. One moment.
Say hi to your sister for me.
Yes, I will. Hello, Dutch. Is this you?
Yes, hello, Brigadier.
Yes. How are things going in America?
They're going all right. We were hit by a severe snowstorm, so we were not able to get to Miskatonic until now.
Very good.
Yeah, we have run into an issue in that the current keeper of the library is somewhat of the library that we need access to is somewhat addled with age, and his basically his guardian, who's his daughter, doesn't trust us and doesn't want to let us in. We could potentially find other ways in, but we're trying to be diplomatic about this. So I was wondering if there was a way for you to communicate with them and to potentially stress the importance of this, since you we don't want to give away more information about our situation.
I see. And who is this bird that you're concerned about?
Did he say bird?
Yeah.
What is her name?
Sally Armitage.
Sally Armitage. This is Sally Armitage. She
Armitage?
is Dr. Armitage's, yes. That Armitage's daughter.
I did not know that Dr. Armitage was still alive. I thought he died years ago.
I mean, he's hanging on. And for about, I would say, a couple hours a day seems to be really on top of things. The rest of the time, it's touch and go.
In our research, the ladies found some information about Dr. Armitage and the Shoggoth from about 10 years ago. So his insight would be invaluable. And if he were able to join our team, that would be fantastic. That might actually give us the edge over the Nazis.
Well, there you go.
But you say he's losing his mind?
He is having a tough time of it, yes. I assume your surprise comes from the fact that he is very old. I
mean, he would have to be. At least, God, I would think 85.
Yeah, but he looks 100.
Oh, my.
Yeah, he's had a tough time of it, at least in these last couple dozen centuries. So the key to getting him to help you, because I think he would, in fact, be helpful, you just have to catch him at the right time, is through his daughter. She basically takes care of him, and from what I can see, he is tenured and has doesn't have a position that requires a lot of work from him, so he's comfortable. So you'd have to basically convince her to have him join up in any way.
Yes. Consider it done.
Okay. Here's
Anything
the
else?
number. Yeah, let me give you the number for the office.
Okay.
And should I not have given him the number?
Oh no, he was already going to know it.
Okay,
but that's fine. You can give him the number.
Sure. Just save him some time.
Okay.
And what else? Yeah, like I said, we have a back way in if we need to. And we found this because some of the materials from Miskatonic's Occult Library have leaked out, in a sense. They're supposed to be under lock and key, but not that good of a lock and key. So I guess that's something else to keep in mind. Also, we ran into some American Nazis earlier that were trying to get massive wealth by sacrificing a woman. We put a stop to that, but those guys seem unrelated to the European Nazis.
Yeah, so
They-
the people
they were-
you fought aren't American Nazis. They're
Okay.
just evil capitalists.
All right, so
But you did fight. But you did have
We
dinner
did
with
run
some
into-
American Nazis. Yeah.
we did run into some American Nazis. Okay, so Dutch will clarify that. So
Okay.
they seem unrelated to anything that the Black Sun or anything like that is doing, except insofar as they're meddling with things outside of their ken.
American Nazis. We also have some issues with Nazis in Great Britain as well. So it's spreading. It's spreading.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Good luck. And he
Thank
hangs
you.
up the phone.
Hang up. Go back to the office.
Yeah, as soon as you open the door, the phone is ringing and the secretary picks it up. Hello? And then she's like, okay. Miss Armitage, there's a Brigadier Hennessy on the phone for you. And then she looks at you, Carlos, with a look of surprise, like, that was
Yeah,
fast.
Carlos gives her like a one eyebrow, like
The Bill Murray face.
just like, yep, told you.
All right.
And he'll be
I'm gonna
like,
take-
gentlemen, yeah, he'll be like, try to like move the guys away from her.
I'm going to take this phone call. The three of you can go in and see my father, but be gentle. You stay out here or get out of this office completely.
I'll stay here if it's all right.
So the three of you enter Dr. Armitage's office and
Well,
just like,
Before we do,
okay.
I'll say, yeah, sorry about this, Doc. That seems to be part of the deal here.
Not unexpected, unfortunately, but thank you.
All right, we go in.
You go in and the office is very much as you saw it yesterday afternoon. And behind it is a very old looking man. Oh, well, hello. I'm Dr. Armitage. What can I do for you?
Oh, could I have grabbed my thesis on the way in?
Oh, sure.
Okay. That's in case of emergencies.
Sure.
We'll walk over and be like, we spoke yesterday, Dr. Armitage.
We did?
Yes.
I don't remember.
We are trying to get a look at some of your occult library.
And he adjusts the spectacles on his nose. Who are you again? And why do you need access to my occult library?
We are working with a joint task force of the U.S. military and the British government, and we are trying to prevent Nazi agents from getting a hold of certain artifacts, and we believe that one of those artifacts is in your library.
He just kind of stares at you blankly for a minute. Working for the military?
Mm-hmm.
Nazis?
Yeah.
What does my library have to do with that?
They are interested in one of your books, or at least we believe that one of the books that they're interested in is in your library.
And what do they need this book for?
I'm not really sure, but there is some talk of opening some sort of portal or door to a place called Carcosa.
And at that, he just kind of drops his pin that he's been fondling the entire time.
Mhm.
And he looks at you and he leans back in his chair. Carcosa? Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And then he kind of snaps back up. Have you heard of a Shoggoth?
We've actually seen a Shoggoth.
What? When? Where?
Right in Germany, right outside the border of Belgium.
My God. These things are unstoppable.
Well,
If it wasn't
they've
for my
ahead.
colleagues, the Shoggoth would have run rampant across New England years ago.
Well, and we appreciate that certainly now that we've been brought in and given that information. You might be happy to hear that Shoggoth curbing technology has also come a certain way since then. And now there are things that are expensive and rare, but can in fact deal with Shoggoths.
I thought once we took care of the Whately boy, we wouldn't have to worry about the Shoggoths anymore. This is bad. This is bad. You know about the Shoggoths, yes?
We know something of them, but is there something else that you think we should know about them?
Shoggoths can be as big as a barn.
Uh-huh.
The one that we saw was invisible at first, but we were able to spray it with a powder to make it visible to our eyes. And eyes. These things are covered in eyes and mouths and tentacles. It's a good thing my memory is not as good as it once was, or I would be haunted by that vision every day.
You mentioned a Whitley boy?
The Whately boy, yes, he was... we don't know what he was doing, but he broke into the library years ago trying to steal the Necronomicon. Said he needed it for his research, his family research. But then it turns out that he was trying to summon a Shoggoth, or feeding a Shoggoth, or growing a Shoggoth in his barn. These are very dangerous creatures. You know that they are.
We know
under
that.
The control of Yog-Sothoth, right?
We did know that, yes.
You do know about Yog-Sothoth?
Well, we know about him, but we don't know much about him.
Yog-Sothoth is a being of immense power that, if allowed to leave its own reality and come to our own, would destroy the world. And you say you're trying to stop?
Yes. We are trying to... So, the Nazis, I don't know where you're at with the Nazis.
I hate them.
Oh, good.
I can't believe they put Hitler on the cover of Time magazine.
Me neither. So they are trying to, just win the war by any means necessary, and that includes summoning Shoggoths, opening doorways, mining strange minerals from beneath the earth, transforming their own populace into, Shoggoths or other monstrous creatures. Not to mention all the fascism.
Yes. We've had a lot of trouble with the troubled youth who think that they can just run rampant with this immense power that we keep in between the books of this library.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Whately, West, there's another boy, Elias, all causing trouble.
Yeah. In the interest of full disclosure, Elias is working with us as well.
What? Nicholas Elias is working with you?
Yes.
Ah! And at that, the door opens and Sally Armitage comes in. Father, are you okay? These men are working with Nicholas Elias. Yes, Father, it's okay. And she comes over and she's trying to calm him down. Here, drink some tea. I cannot believe that these people would want to work with him after everything that he did. Yeah, trying to raise the dead, recreating Westwork. It's an abomination. Calm down, Father. Calm down. It's okay, Father. It's okay. She looks at you and says, I got off the phone with a brigadier, and he told me what you were doing. Yes. And I gotta say, this is somewhat unbelievable. Key of Solomon, Shoggoths. And she looks at her father. Shoggoths. Oh, I still dread the day that I ever heard that name.
I mean,
Sally, they've seen a Shoggoth.
We have.
Oh, surely, Father, you're joking. They didn't see a Shoggoth. No, it's true. They said they did.
We did. It sounded like this. And Dutch will wave his arms around like they're tentacles.
Oh, that's what it said. That's what it said. See? He gets very excited at that. And he's standing up and he's pointing at you with his rickety-shakety arms. This is bad. This is bad, Sally. This is really bad. Calm down, Father. Oh. And he kind of sits down like he's gotten a little bit of lightheaded, and is also kind of clutching his chest. And she's like, here, take one of your pills. And she opens up his desk drawer and pulls out a pill and gives it to him. He's like, he's trying to shake. The cup is shaking as he puts it to his mouth to swallow the pill. Mm-hmm. I think Father's a little bit agitated. I think we should let him rest now. Come on, let's leave.
Get up. Thank you, and like walk out.
Okay. After Sally left the office to go into Dr. Armitage's office, Doc, what did Doc do?
Does it seem like there is anything here that's not just the anteroom or a secretary who hates me?
I don't think she hates you. Why would she hate you?
Oh, well, maybe I could go talk to her.
I mean, she's busy typing.
Oh. Is that
She's
one of those
she's got work to
newfangled ones? Is that a Remington? What is that?
Hey, it's a typewriter?
Well, sure, but who made it?
And she takes off her glasses and she peers at it. Westinghouse?
Oh.
She puts her glasses back on. She put her glasses back on and begins to type off of her notes again.
Yeah, there's nothing here for me. Okay, so yeah, I will probably just sit and wait and hang out and be like, okay.
Yeah, there's a window that you can see out across the campus. I mean, you don't have to stay in the office if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. But if you do, that's fine.
I'll just sit and look out the window and try not to gain any attention, because I'm sure that if the security people wander by...
I mean, it's been several years. I'm pretty sure most of the security people have switched out. If
Everybody
not, I'm sure they would have.
We've seen here has yelled at me and told me I shouldn't be on campus.
No, I think there's only been two people. One of them who first...
Four.
Well, one of them who, and a whole bunch of campus kids.
True.
There's been Dr. Armitage, who at first seems to like you, and then he doesn't seem to like you. There's Sally, who definitely doesn't like you. The secretary, who doesn't even know who you are. The one of the people downstairs at the information desk, she didn't know who you are. She didn't hate you. There was a janitor guy or a groundskeeper guy chasing something the night before. He didn't seem to pay you any mind. And then there were several people at the party, two of which are kind of dumb brute guys. And I think they would have probably intimidated anybody. If it wasn't you, it probably would have been Valentino. And if not, they would have gone to Dutch next. And they definitely would have beaten up Blisco. But yeah, I wouldn't say that people are overtly hostile towards you. Most of the people seem like they don't really care.
I mean, that dog seemed more interested in a ham sandwich than you, so you got that.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget Napoleon. Now, Napoleon did growl at you.
Yeah.
But Blisco kind of kept anything from happening by giving Napoleon a ham sandwich.
Well, I gave him Blisco's sandwich.
Oh, you gave him Blisco's sandwich.
It's important that we remember this, because I owe him a sandwich.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Then I shall wait. I can either wait here in the sitting room or sit here in the waiting room.
So the door opens and everybody comes out. Sally comes out last, looking back at her father and closing the door. Okay, listen. The Brigadier convinced me that our involvement, and she's kind of like using hands to indicate her and the rest of you, that our involvement is pretty important in this. And he did stress that the Nazis are probably coming and looking. Obviously, my father's reaction kind of solidifies stuff a little bit more for me. And so I'm in the opinion that, yes, we should give you supervised access to the occult section to see if you can find the book that you're looking for.
All right.
Sounds fair to me.
Thank you.
Yes. And she goes over to the secretary. The secretary hands her a key, and you all go down to the first floor where the occult section is at. It's a room that if you've ever been in a really old library that still has like oak wooden doors with the glass panes in it, where it says, the Orne Occult Collection. It's kind of one of those with the black door handle with the skeleton key lock.
Nice.
You follow Sally downstairs to the door, and as she puts the key into the door, she's kind of surprised that the door is already unlocked. This door should always be locked, but this is weird. And she just kind of shrugs it off. Sometimes it happens. Wrong? The door is usually locked, but sometimes my father forgets, or sometimes some of the people that are allowed access in here forget to lock the door. It's probably nothing.
Okay. Sally, stop. Was anyone allowed in here this morning? Has anyone been in the collection today?
I don't keep track of everything that happens in the library. All right. So I would have no idea.
Dutch will pull out his pistol.
As will Dar.
What are you doing with that?
Quiet.
This is a library. This is a university.
Oh, I wasn't planning on reading with it. And Dutch will push the door open and peek in.
Yeah, this is an immense room. This is easily 60 feet by 60 feet. And it is row upon row of books. Floor to ceiling. There are no windows in this room, but there's overhead lights down each row of the books. There's probably 7 rows of books on each side, bookshelves with books on each side. There's probably hundreds of thousands of books, not hundreds of thousands. There's probably 1,000 books in this room.
Okay. Is there more to it than this room?
No, it's this room.
Okay.
There are a couple of desks right as soon as you enter where people can sit down and look over the books. Books shouldn't leave this room, but who knows with special permissions, etc.
Sure. Yeah, let's
what does this book look like, or what is its title?
That's the problem.
Yeah. We can have a look at the whole room. There doesn't seem to be anybody else in here.
Nope, this room seems fairly empty.
Okay. Once we are able to determine that there's no one else in here besides us, Dutch will put his gun away.
Yep. I think I'll go ahead and pull out a mask.
Okay. What is that?
Oh, it's one of the relics.
From the book, and she's pointing to the book that Dutch is still holding.
Yeah. Does there have to be a matching illustration?
Yeah, there actually is. There's so these drawings are more like shadows. So if there's a person, you see kind of a shape of a person. Yeah, like a silhouette. And you see in one of the hands, they're holding up what looks like a theater mask with a big silly grin on it. It looks nothing like the mask you are holding.
I don't exactly help. And I assume the book similarly in this.
Yeah, it's like a silhouette of a book.
No distinguishing. Okay.
No. There's a orb that's just a big, dot on the page.
So this book would have to be really old. The luminaries would have first brought it here in some date that Dutch doesn't remember.
It would definitely be in the late 1500s, early 1600s.
Yeah. So the book the book would be older than that. This would be when the luminaries first got a hold of it and brought it here.
We have so many books. These are not cataloged by date. They're cataloged by topic. Obviously we have the Necronomicon, and she starts listing off all of these tomes and books that definitely sound like crazy magic books.
Right.
And theories and treatises on magic, but nothing that says secret luminary magic book.
I walk up to the bookshelf and press A and hope that it just goes into my inventory.
Yeah, yes. No,
No.
So what do you think that this book would look like? I'm just going to ask you guys, what do you think this book would look like if it's from the 1550s or 1500s?
So, like Dutch was saying, this book is very old, which means there have to be some like printing and binding techniques that would rule out other books, like anything more recent than that.
Okay.
Unless it was rebacked.
Yeah, it probably would be. I mean, it would have to be hand bound because it wouldn't have been mass printed.
Right, exactly.
Right? So I'm sure there's tons of those, but still.
That starts to narrow it down.
So the luminaries are, I mean, they refer to it as a book, so that obviously rules out, scrolls, pamphlets, other stuff like that. What else? All the rhyme doesn't even refer to it as a book.
No.
We put together that it was a book based on a ghost luminary telling us. Oh, we should check for ghosts.
Yeah, that's why I pulled out the mask. So I will slip it on and see if we have company.
There is a body kind of sitting on the floor. And it's kind of cut in half. And it's got like entrails coming out.
Hello?
Hello?
Would you be Tony by any chance?
No, I'm Frank the janitor.
Oh.
Wilbur Whately killed me.
I see. Sorry to hear that. Well, sorry to have bothered you.
Okay.
I hope
have
you
a good day.
You too.
Wait, was there someone?
Apparently a janitor.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah. You said Wilbur Whiteley killed him?
Oh, Whately is his name, says Sally.
Yeah,
the Wilbur Whately, this crazed fool from Dunwich came into town and broke into the library to steal the Necronomicon, and in the process killed one of the janitors in the building. My father would tell me about this for years. Poor Napoleon. I was surprised that he made it out alive. Apparently, Whately attacked him as well.
Huh.
Wait.
It's like the fellow's bifurcated.
And he's here and you can speak to him?
Yeah.
Whately was looking for books of power.
Whately was looking for the Necronomicon.
Right.
Frank wouldn't know that.
Is there any books that you know that be in Italian, perhaps?
Oh, so many books are in Italian, but maybe down this way?
I'll go take a look.
So let me ask you guys this. Is this a book that would have a title on it?
Yeah, from the 1550s, I would doubt it.
So what would be on the book that would let you know that this was the Luminaries book?
I would expect their symbology.
Yeah.
You guys remember what the Luminaries symbol is?
Nope.
No, I don't recall. I'm sorry.
A skull with big spiky sunglasses?
No.
I was thinking a torch, but I don't know if I just pulled that from something else.
All right. So anybody can roll me a insight plus academia, I guess. That would be the closest to memory. D1.
Why?
Well, I think we're a fairly academic group, most of us.
What's our target?
Oh, it's a
D1.
circle with a dot and a cross on top.
Correct. You tell that to Sally and she's like, there are a bunch of untitled books back here, and she leads you down like row 5. It would be on the bottom or the second to the bottom shelf.
Okay.
You guys can go and look. You will need to do an observation plus insight. This will be a D1.
Two successes.
From Brian.
Perhaps
Get one
even
momentum
4
back.
if instincts or sight could be.
Sight, yes. Sight would be.
Two.
So
All right, 4 successes then.
from
4 successes.
me.
Okay. What is that? 2
for me.
successes from Dutch and 2 successes from Doc. Blisco, were you going to roll anything on this or no?
Insight plus academia? Nah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That seems like a
So-
bad plan.
Still thinking about last night.
The three of you are looking down on the row where Sally has indicated. And sure enough, there are books down here that don't have any titles on them. And you see a big empty space. And you can see where several books have been pulled out, and you only see the dust remaining.
Oh, no. I think somebody beat us to the punch.
As you start to stand up from the place that you're looking, you notice on the shelf right above where the empty slots are. And again, there's a lot of books there. There's just like 4 or 5 books that have all been pulled out recently. Right above that one, you see another empty space, and you see a book next to it that catches your eye because it says The Great NATO's Party Tricks Volume 2.
Well,
Does the Great NATO's Party Tricks Volume 1 appear to be like a printed recent book?
I don't know. Valentino, you have the book, right?
yep. Well,
You open it up, and indeed you have a first printing. And this one was printed in 1927.
Okay.
And if you pull out the Party Tricks 2, you can see that it is also a first printing. And it is dated 1928.
You don't think
What?
the NATO's was the only thing that they took?
the girls. That
Oh,
would
yeah.
I think the
probably be
girls took them.
best case scenario
It's
there.
a better scenario than many of the other ones I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What? Asked Sally.
Oh, we went to a party last night and it seemed some of the sorority girls were doing some extracurricular reading. I go ahead and give her the book.
Oh, The Great NATO's Party Tricks Volume 1. We've been
Yeah,
looking for this for weeks.
Liberated it from them. They were.
She's looking at the book to examine it to make sure there aren't any pages that have been torn out, that the book is still in good condition. Who had this?
Didn't catch the name. Just some girls. I believe they were from a local sorority here.
Oh, there are so many. Okay. Well, at least we have this one back, but you think they took the others?
That's
They
what we're hoping.
Figured out how to get into the library that night.
What?
Yeah.
I was gonna let you know before we left for the day.
How did they get into the library at night?
There's a window back over in the basement that the lock is busted, and Napoleon likes burgers.
Well, yes, I do know that, but this is, if people have had unrestricted access to the occult section, and she starts walking up and down the aisles looking to see if there's any books missing or out of place or out of order. And you can tell as she's looking through these, she's becoming a little bit more agitated that, yeah, there does appear to be many books missing. Many books do appear to be missing from this library.
All right. That seems as good a next destination as any. Let's go find Blisco's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sally is like, okay, I'm going to try to catalog what's missing. Good luck. If you find any other books, please let me know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will. Thank you, Sally.
Yes.
Back out of the library, cross the
Napoleon.
administration building.
So as you're walking down the steps, you don't see Napoleon there.
What?
Yeah, the dog that's usually just hanging out as the guard in front of the library just doesn't appear to be there this morning.
Does anyone smell burgers?
Now,
No. Your
did we
noses
see
are
him
still.
when he came in at all?
You don't remember seeing him when you came in the morning.
Hey, Valentino,
Yeah.
Would the janitor ghost have seen the people that took the books?
Possibly. I can go try to talk with him.
And we might as well, rather than...
Yeah.
Like, it seems like a faster...
Faster way to rule them out? Sure.
Yeah.
Back in the library.
Back in the library.
Oh, you're back again? What's wrong?
We're going to try talking to a ghost again.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, but gotta try nonetheless. All right. Yep. Pulling out the mask, putting it back on.
There is a body on the ground that is, in two pieces, entrails coming out. It's Frank, and he looks up at you. Back again?
Yeah. Hey, Frank. I don't suppose you saw if anyone has been taking some books here recently?
I did see some books leave this room. Yes, last night, yesterday. Time has no meaning to me anymore.
I see. Did you happen to see who would have taken them?
It looked like some girls.
All right. Only girls?
Yes, only girls.
Okay. Thank you. That does help.
Okay.
You have a good day. I feel like I should learn to start exercising.
Oh, to get rid of the ghosts?
Yes.
It doesn't sound like a pleasant existence.
Okay, well, at least according to Frank, there's only girls that's been taking books here, so I think we...
At least good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proceed back to our planned course.
Sounds good.
Okay, you exit the library and you see the groundskeeper run out of the alley and run past you. Like he's in a very big rush.
Hey, is everything all right?
Oh my God, you won't believe it. Someone's tried to poison Napoleon.
Oh,
I don't know.
sorry
And he
to hear
just
that.
runs off, across the campus.
Doc, if you save Napoleon, you might be able to get back under some good graces here.
I mean, it's worth a try. Do you want to try it?
But if
You
he
want,
tries,
have a
the
look at
dog
it.
doesn't make it.
It's worth a try. I mean, yes, let's see if we can find the dog. Can I save the dog's life?
You got to find the dog first.
Where's the dog?
Let me go check where the guy ran from.
Yes,
That's
and
probably a
I
good
follow.
place to try.
We'll
So
follow the
you-
noise of the whining dog.
You head down the alley, and this would be on the side of the library where you know that there is the window with the broken lock. And as you proceed down, as you get about halfway down this alley between buildings, you can hear a and lying next to a trash can is this giant dog. Is just lying on its side, and you can tell it is in pain.
Guy. All right. I'm going to approach incredibly carefully.
It looks at you as like, but then it's like,
I am going to bust out my first aid kit because clearly my first aid kit will have something that I know will work on a canine.
right.
as
So
well as
you now have your maximum momentum.
Okay. Does he look like he's dying? Or is he just ill?
Why don't we roll for it and find out?
All
Let's
right.
roll let's roll a reason plus medicine D2.
Reason plus medicine. Because that's what gets results. Hey. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to remember which direction the little alligator goes. We're going to get 2 successes.
2 successes. Very good. Yeah, this dog doesn't look like it's been poisoned, so to speak, but it does look like it's like somebody has slipped it something to not make it feel good.
So likely not dying.
So poisoned, but not poisoned to death.
Poisoned, but not poisoned to death. Get really close down to the dog. Are you like when you're examining this giant
I'm going
dog?
to get as close as I can without getting my head bitten off.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like it's going to bite you because it feels like it's in a lot of pain.
Okay.
And you get really close down to look into its eyes, and its eyes are a little dilated and wobbly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you smell its breath.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog's breath smells like the alcohol you guys were drinking last night.
Oh.
Somebody has gotten this dog inebriated.
Oh.
And Dutch, you now suddenly realize that this dog isn't poisoned. This dog is hungover. You know that look and that feel of a hungover dog.
Of course.
A hungover dog.
Somebody get this dog some hot coffee and runny eggs. Okay, well that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Looks like this dog is hungover.
Yeah, I know that a dog can take an NSAID, and I do have some aspirin.
Well,
can you give aspirin to a dog? I don't know if that's a good idea. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, don't get dogs inebriated. It's not nice, and it's not animal cruelty. I need to put that in there. But there are people that think it's funny to give alcohol to animals, and those are not nice people. So whoever gave the alcohol to Napoleon is definitely not a nice person.
It's a jerk. Dogs can take aspirin. I do know that. What I don't know, and what I don't know whether Nikolaus would know, is what is an appropriate,
dosage,
sort of dose.
Well, there's definitely one thing that Doc does know, and Doc does know that the reason why you have a hangover is because your body is dehydrated.
Oh, water.
Yes. So, Blisco, are you going to run and go get some water for this poor animal?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
You come back and you've got a little, I don't know, you found a little pail or dish or something, and you filled it up with water from the tap, and you've come back, and Napoleon seems very happy, and he slowly is like lapping up the water, and before you know it, the water is gone. He probably needs some more, so you rush back and you get him some more water, and about the third time you do this,
Can he not do that on the mic?
No, he's got it down. I mean, do you want Napoleon to die? No, of course not. He has to drink the water.
All of you, everybody, if you want
clap your hands.
To live, go
clap
like this.
Your hands.
Stop it!
And after about the third or fourth time you do this, Blisco, Napoleon suddenly kind of sits up and looks around. You can tell that he's still not in the best of moods. He's kind of sitting there with his back legs kind of sprawled out, and he's kind of leaning to one side, and you hear him, but he kind of walks up to you and pushes his big giant head into your gut as a way of saying, thank you, give me scratchies. And then after that, he kind of wanders slowly and wobbly back towards the entrance of the library.
Okay.
Also, let's see. Well, one more thing. Valentino, give me an observation plus insight, D1.
All righty. Hey, 2 successes.
All right. You can't fill up your momentum track anymore because Doc used his first aid kit.
All right.
But while Blisco is running back and forth getting water for poor Napoleon, you do check out that basement window that Blisco had mentioned. And it's not that the window is broken, but you can see that the latch, it's not the pane of glass is broken, the latch is broken, so it doesn't lock completely. And you can just go on over and you can kind of stick your hand down in between the window opening and the window pane, and you can give it a little tug, and sure enough, that window pops right open.
I suppose there's any convenient footprints there around that window?
No.
All right.
Unfortunately, no. You've got to, you got your observation success complete.
All right. Fair enough. All right. This seems to be the window. Yeah, I think...
We may want to make sure that Sally knows about it so that we can get this sealed just in case.
We told her about it.
Yeah.
Let's go find these girls, and we'll put a work order in on our way back.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
all jump into the car. Well, let's go. What are you thinking right about now?
Hoping that they haven't really looked at anything past the Great NATO's book. Mostly just like concerned that these girls are getting themselves into something that's way beyond what they thought they were getting into.
Okay. So you pull up to Gamma 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 and you get out. Gamma 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 is a very nice house. It's very well built. It's white on the outside. It still has a Gothic look to it, even though it's painted bright colors. And you're able to go up to the door and give it a knock. Door opens and the girl that was lying on the floor, light as a feather, stiff as a board, opens the door. It's Joni. She looks a little tired. Yes.
I push Blisco forward.
Hey, I was hoping I could talk to Helen.
Helen? She rubs her eyes. Yeah, just a second. She leaves, closes the door in front of you. You're all standing on the front porch.
What am I telling her, guys?
Just get her out here and we'll talk to her.
A minute later, the door opens and there's Helen. Her hair is up in a like a nightcap, and she's not wearing any makeup, and she's got a nightgown on with a heavy robe over it, and she's got some big slippers. And she comes out and she's rubbing her eyes and she looks at you. Blisco? What? I thought you were leaving town. What are you doing here? What time is it?
What time is it?
It is like 10 o'clock.
Oh, well, it's 10.
Oh, at party, huh? And then she sees the rest of your friends behind you. Oh, what are they doing here? What are you guys doing here?
So, you know how we came to do some work and then we're leaving town?
Yeah?
Yeah, some of the stuff that we need for that work has disappeared.
Oh, no, that's terrible. Come inside. It's cold out here.
Come in.
Yeah, you all enter a sitting room area, and she has you all sit down. Now, what's this about missing stuff? Why are you here?
Well, some books are missing from the occult library. And
at that, she kind of like sits up. I can give back the Great NATO's Party Tricks Volume 1. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take it. I thought it was just fun.
Do you have any others?
No, I just took that book. What's going on? She looks at you, Blisco.
Does Evelyn live here?
Evelyn?
Yeah.
Evelyn Carter?
Yeah, because you told Evelyn about this.
Told her about what? Exactly.
About how to get into the library.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I told Evelyn. Yeah, she doesn't live here. She's not a sorority girl. She kind of keeps to herself.
Okay. Do you know where she lives?
She lives. There's an old boarding house at the end of, and she rattles off some street.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. I mean, she shows up to parties a lot. She was very interested in when I said we were going to do this party trick, the light as a feather party trick at the event last night.
Oh, the stiff as a board one? Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, you saw it, right? It was good, right? And she seems very interested in the fact that you guys all saw it.
Yes, it was fine, but now we need to make sure that somebody isn't doing something more involved. Blisco, you believe her? She doesn't have anything more to do with this?
Yeah, I believe her.
I mean, I was going to put the book back. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
It's all
right. Especially for you, Blisco. I'm very sorry.
It's not entirely trouble for us.
And don't worry about the book. I already took the liberty of returning it for you.
Oh, am I in trouble?
Nah.
Well, not from us anyway, but I would probably avoid the occult library for the rest of the semester.
Well, yeah, that's, thank you so much. Thank you. And she looks at you, Blisco. Thank you.
All right. Let's go, gents.
Yeah.
All right. So you head back into the car and you head out to this old rundown house at the end of a street that she named. If you remember how kind of rundown and unkempt the Wanna Tapa Keg was, this place looks like it hasn't been updated since the city was founded in the 1600s.
Wow.
This building is just gray and black, and it looks like death. And there's a sign in the window that says room to rent.
I'll go knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and as you knock on the door, like stuff kind of shakes loose from the porch overhang. And you're pretty sure you saw something brown and furry run past your feet and into a hole in the wall.
Good.
The door opens and there is an old woman there. I only rent to students.
Hello, ma'am. We are looking for Evelyn Carter.
Evelyn Carter? She left late last night. Haven't seen her.
She left? Like she hasn't been back, or she left and isn't renting from you anymore?
She was making a bunch of noise at 3 a.m, said she was no longer renting from me. That's why the sign's out.
Okay.
I can tell you, I wouldn't rent to her again.
All right. Do you know where she went?
No idea. It was the middle of the night.
All right. I suppose we could get a look at her room real quick.
You police?
Sort of.
All right. Persuasion check, please.
All right.
Will plus persuasion. Or a reason plus persuasion. I don't care. Either one.
Okay.
Probably will.
Okay. Have I been talking to her long enough to use my...
No. It's been only a minute.
Sure. So will... And...
You got 8 momentum.
That's true. Let me take a momentum. 3 successes.
Hey, 3 successes. You max back out your momentum. She kind of looks at you like maybe you are police of some kind, like maybe the secret police.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I'll let you in, but you got to make it quick.
Oh, we'll be quick.
And she leads you up 3 flights of stairs into this attic area. And oh my God, this place smells bad. It smells like 200 years of rot and decay and filth and mildew that is built up into this area. I rent this one for 50 cents a week.
I'll look around for anything she might have left behind or...
Yeah, there are a bunch of college textbooks that are scattered around. There are a few garments on the floor, but most everything else is empty. The bureau, the wardrobe are both empty. There's nothing, no makeup or anything near the sink. It looks like this sink was put in, sometime in the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. But this room is seen a lot of rot and decay over the years, and you can feel the dampness in this room. The bed is a 4-poster bed, but the springs have been shot, and so the mattress really sinks into the middle of the bed.
Mm-hmm. And you say you don't know where she went?
Nope. Said she had to leave. She was not coming back.
Just give it a good look, and if we can't find anything, check under the mattress or something.
Sure. You can do an observation check, insight plus observation. This will be a D2.
Okay.
Alrighty. Flip through the textbook, see if there's any notes tucked in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few highlighted passages. There's one that says John is dreamy, and there's a big heart around it.
Is the lady still here?
Yeah, the old lady, she's watching you guys.
Did she by any chance say what her major was, Mrs.?
Nope, she said she was studying at Miskatonic.
Hmm.
Kept to herself, very quiet girl. Pretty, though. Very pretty. So what's everybody's checks?
I used a momentum and got 2
Okay.
successes.
All right. So success for you. What about you? Did anybody else do it?
I got a success and a complication.
A success and a complication. So you are getting ready to turn up a box, Valentino, when what looks like a rat with a human face jumps out at you and runs across the room and scurries under a pile of junk in the corner. You take 1 mental stress.
You okay? What was that?
Good question. I don't know. Let's just keep looking.
Oh, the nice thing, Brian, is that you do have 2 points of courage.
Oh, yeah.
So remember that soaks that up. So it does startle you, but you don't take any mental stress off of that or the event from the night before. Yeah.
Okay.
Do keep in mind you have courage.
All right. Fair enough. All right.
So, wait, is that thing still in the room?
Yeah, I think it's still.
Do you want to look?
I will look if it is communicated to Dutch that it was a rat with a human face.
I don't think I'm going to bother. Like, we got other things to look for right now.
Okay.
So that's what you find.
I need to go looking for any rats that may or may not be in the walls.
Yes. Dutch, you are able to, again, you're flipping through the textbooks. You can see the book, one of the textbooks that you open says rental from University Bookstore. And that's about it.
Does it have any information on like a slip or something?
Yeah. So if you wanted to look up, you could easily find the address of the University Bookstore in Arkham, Massachusetts.
Okay. Well, that's not as helpful.
I mean, it's a rental.
Yeah. Well, if when we get there, she hasn't summoned some sort of hideous space horror, then we'll turn it back in for her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Am I missing something here? Like if we go to the bookstore and we're like, where does this person live? They'll be like, that place where you just were.
I mean, maybe. Those are the only clues that you have at this time.
Okay. All right.
There's probably other places that might be able to help you out as well.
Other places.
Student registry?
Yeah. Registrar would probably be a place.
Okay. Well, let's go hit the bureaucracy then.
Okay. You're going to go to the registrar?
Sure.
Okay. The old woman escorts you back out and kind of slams the door. More stuff rattles loose from the overhang of the porch. You drive back to campus. This time you find the administration building. Oh, look, Blisco, it's right next to the Orne Library. You go inside, and sure enough, there's a sign on the door that says registrar. And you go inside, and there are a couple of ladies that are typing. There's a man in the back filing.
I'll walk in and see if somebody comes up.
Good morning. May I help you?
Yeah, we are looking for a Evelyn Carter. She's a student here.
Yes, I believe you're right. She is a student here. What do you need to see her for?
So there was a break-in.
Oh my!
And we think that whoever did it was at and he leans in and says, frat party last night, and we believe that she was there as well. So we're trying to basically check on everybody who we know was there.
Are you police? And she looks very concerned, and she looks at the other woman who's there, who's stopped typing and is looking.
Yep. Dutch will be like, sort of.
The man who's been filing stops what he's doing, and he walks towards you. Hello, gentlemen. My name is John Big Boutte. How may I be of assistance to you?
I'll give him the spiel again.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion plus will D3.
I'm going to...
Yeah, you've been here long enough. to
Okay.
use your.
If I've
use
been
your
here
thing.
long enough, then I'll buy a die, and then I will spend 1 momentum for another die.
Okay. So you're
See,
rolling
4.
4 total.
Yep. And
Okay.
then let me just double check.
And you need 3 successes, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm rolling against a 12.
Would you like to buy a 5th one? You can go a maximum of 5.
So that would be 2 more.
2 more die. Yeah, 2 more momentum. Sorry.
What do you guys think?
I say do it.
We don't get to spend as much momentum very often, so
Yeah, I think we should.
let's max out the dice.
Okay. So you can roll 5 dice. Oh, wow. What do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
like
6
6.
successes. So you get
Dang.
3 momentum back. For whatever reason, John Big Boutte, the registrar of the Miskatonic University, believes what you are saying and seems rather concerned. And he goes back to his filing cabinet and what was the name again?
Carter, Evelyn Carter.
Carter. We've got a John Carter. We've got a Bill Carter. Oh, here we go. Evelyn Carter. We have 2 addresses for her.
Okay.
One is, and he rattles off an address that you guys have just been at.
Mhm.
That looks to be her local address. And then the other address, and he's looking, seems to be in Dunwich. And then you hear one of the secretary ladies kind of giggle snort.
Dunwich?
Yes.
All right. I'll Dutch will get it down and be like, all right, well, thank you very much. We might come by again.
Yes, I hope this
as
isn't going
needed.
to put the university into any kind of bad light.
No. If anything, the university's the victim here. And,
Okay.
Dutch
Well,
will turn around and walk right out before the afterglow runs out and that guy realizes what's happening.
yeah, no, he kind of stands there just kind of looking. He's got a sweater vest on and a bow tie and just kind of watches you walk out the door.
Okay, why? So Dutch, as we head towards the car, is like, what do I know the name Dunwich? We've been talking about it, right?
Professor Armitage mentioned it.
That's where
Believe-
the
That's where
he
his
saw his
run in with Nanhanava.
Oh, fantastic.
Mhm.
How far away is Dunwich from here?
So Dunwich is located in north central Massachusetts. It is in the hill country, and it is probably a 3-hour drive west from Arkham. So you're almost doubling back the way you came. You're almost headed back to Albany, but you're heading more in a northwesterly direction. What do you know about Dunwich? You've seen signs when you were driving back and forth from Boston to Albany. You've seen signs for Dunwich, but it's like old country road type stuff.
Yeah.
And the signs to Dunwich look pretty worn out, like they haven't been painted in a while. So that is your knowledge, Dutch, of Dunwich.
Well, it's an expansion, so it probably doesn't get as much attention.
There you go.
All right. Unless you guys have any other ideas, let's head for Dunwich.
Yeah. Sounds as good as anything.
All right. So you guys are going to check out of your hotel, fill up with gas, and head out into the countryside.
Yeah, I'll buy Blisco a replacement sandwich while we're in the gas station.
Okay. Gas station sandwiches, Blisco.
Fresh from
I mean,
the
they
vinegar.
haven't had time to go bad yet.
There you go. Your total money count right now, Dutch, is $975.
Monies.
That is what remains after the 1,000
Yeah.
that you took out of your dad's safe.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, you're heading to Dunwich. Critical Hit Punch All Nazis is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment and was produced and edited by me, Steven Schleicher. If you would like to get a behind-the-scenes making of this episode, be sure to check out the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Each week I discuss my plans for the upcoming game session, and Dr. Brad Will is there to share his reactions and advice on how to be a better game master. I will warn you, though, there are spoilers galore in every installment of the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition. So, if you don't like spoilers and don't want to know what I am planning next, don't listen to these episodes. Though, I will say, if you do listen, you'll be able to see how and where the players throw a wrench into my plans, and you're also going to have greater insight into the world that's being built into this campaign. Finally, we want you to record yourself doing your best on Critical Hit and send it to us at podcast@majorspoilers.com, and your voice will join the growing chorus of fans in upcoming episodes as well. Thank you again for listening this week, and here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2024 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.